We're in Dead Bay Archipelago today, talking about slow pitch jigging. Today we've also got the new jig from Helco, Karcass. Let's chuck it in and have a look at the difference between slow pitch and high speed jigging. On the drop, keep the pressure on so the jig doesn't flutter all the way down. The reason we keep the pressure on is so we don't get bitten off by mid-water species on the way down. And still bit on the drop. Had her teeth, she gone. The difference with slow pitch jigging and high speed jigging is all about the flick. You want to flick your jig, make it flutter. The reason we want it to flutter is that's where the fish generally bite. It's about keeping the jig in the zone. So yeah, one retrieve style you'll see us do is a nice high flick, let the jig flutter, chase your line down, trying to keep tension on the way down for that bite, or just being in control of where that jig is so you don't miss that fish. Another retrieve I like to do is a little bit different. It's to try and excite a reaction bite. What I like to do is get it down into the zone, click it over, and sometimes just give it a couple of fast clicks up, but just still get it there, but it's still to get the flutter. The flutter is still the key. And it's about keeping it in the zone, but I like to mix that coming up just to try and get a reaction. So no matter what action we do, bringing the jig up, it's still about the fall. It's still about how the jig acts on the fall, because that's where your bite's coming from. Into him. Here we go. It's the right colour. Another point to consider is where we actually do the jigging. And that relies on looking at your sounder and where your active fish are sitting. Sometimes they're hard down and we might only jig 2 to 5 metres off the bottom. Oh, work your jigs, drop it back in. Depending on depth, we may bring the jigs up 10 metres, but it's about keeping them and working them in that fish zone. Classic Pilbara jigging, so good. Saddletail sea perch or a nanny. Perfect time of the day. Smaller jig, 80 gram, good profile for this time of the day. How good.